I got some life. How you guys doing? I just want to do some bed rant. Just ranting, nothing that important or serious. But I have a couple ideas I want to talk about. Um, First of all, on the idea of uh, uh, someone says that the video I put up um, of me doing the Halloween party is AI. I think that's interesting because I don't even know how to do that. First of all, and nor would I. But even if I would, I don't know how. And I think that's code for they're cornered because that's the only option where they're not complete assholes for accusing me of lying about the party and making the whole thing up. They have to say it's AI. They have no other choice. But the burden of proof is on them because I have the video. So prove it, assholes. I didn't, so I know you can't prove it. So I'm comfortable with that because I know you can't prove it because it's not true. It's not AI. I don't even know how to do that. And I wouldn't have waited this long. I would have done it like a long time ago if I knew how to do that. If I could deep fake it, I would have thought of that a long time ago. Why now? Because now I just now run into a fan at Del Taco that had the video on his phone, and now's when I got the video, and now's when I posted it. Someone else said it was something about thinking it was, I don't know, whatever. Nor did I do the party just now. And even if I did do the party just now, I still did the party, didn't I? That still shows I did a party. Even if I did the party just now and say it's the Halloween party, I still did a party. So a few, right? So there's that. Anyway, I'm not, and thank you for the fan for telling me you had it on your phone and sending it to me. I appreciate that. I wasn't out to do that. I didn't even know it was going to happen. I didn't expect it to happen, and I'm glad it did. So thank you so much. So there's that, and then there's the little thing that this is not an anti-moderator rant. Okay, this is just me expressing my feelings because I don't have anyone else. You guys are who I have to talk to. You guys are my friends that I can talk to about whatever's going on with me, and I do that. So Mary and I are cool. We're going to still do this recording. I overreacted and all that. But the moderator, when we talk about it, the moderator wants me to take another step that I'm not going to take. Frankly, I'm just not going to take it. He wants me to drop the shirtless guy thing, and I'm not going to do that. Not in the foreseeable future. Maybe not ever. I think people in society tend to minimize or diminish or try to eliminate the differences we have with each other. And I'm different because I'm Shirtless Guy. It's part of me. And I'm not going to become a little moderator. I'm not going to become moderator junior by not being Shirtless Guy. Shirtless Guy is part of who I am. It's like you can't have the baby without having sex. You can't just say, well, we want the baby, but we don't want to have sex. You have to take the whole ball of wax. And Shirtless Guy is part of my ball of wax. It's part of who I am. And I don't see that changing. If it changes, fine. His words are, he wishes I would murder Shirtless Guy, meaning that part of myself. I'm not going to do that. As far as I ever can tell, I'm never going to do that. Shirtless Guy is part of what makes me different from just any old Joe bloke walking down the street. Sure, that works for him because he's a normal dude. He's a regular dude. He doesn't have that in him. But that doesn't mean he should or gets to minimize that in me or say that I should become moderator junior and eliminate that part of myself. No, I'm not going to do that. Take it or leave it. Shirtless Guy is part of who I am. It makes me an oddity. I get that, but hey, that's part of the deal. I'm not trying to assimilate into society where I'm no longer anything unique, or I'm just the same as everybody else and I just have a number. I'm not doing that, moderator. I'm just not. And I get he doesn't mean it in any harmful way to me. He thinks it's best for me too. He thinks I pay prices for being Shirtless Guy that I shouldn't or wouldn't or couldn't or don't want to pay. But he's wrong. I get that I'm different. And I get that there's consequences for that, and bring it on. That's part of my life. What if I said I want moderator to become matter Shirtless Guy? He wouldn't do that. He'd think I'm the craziest guy in the you know, he would just slap that back at me so fast I wouldn't even get it out of my mouth. But yet the reverse is okay because he's in the majority. Well, I don't care about majority rules. I don't care about that. I care about First Amendment of the Constitution, that we all have the right to self-expression, and that's part of my self-expression, and I'm doing it. So, but that does not mean I'm not mad at the moderator. I'm not angry. I'm not disassociated from him. I'm still going to record with him and all that, but he needs to keep in his lane in some ways, and realize at least accept that Shirtless Guy isn't going anywhere. If he doesn't like me, and that includes Shirtless Guy, then fine, dump me. But I don't think he feels that way. He just doesn't like Shirtless Guy. Well, the Shirtless Guy is part of me, dude. Anyway, enough about that too. That's the main 2 rants I wanted to do, and I only wish the video were longer because I didn't even get to play all of Eruption in that video. Like I enjoy listening to it. I wish it were like a little longer so I could hear me finish Eruption and all that, because I did play for like 45 minutes. I mean, I played, it was a cool long show. And that was just a clip of it. But hey, looking a gift horse in the mouth, not cool. You know, at least I have that clip, you know, it's way better than not having it. And yeah, I get it that the haters are backed into a corner with this video, because it either is deep fake AI and I've got them, because they've all been saying that I made the party up. How could I get $31? Why that number? I'm just a liar. I'm lying, Jimmy Wiseman. Well, screw you guys. You know? And I was gonna say one more thing. Let me think what I was gonna say. I just woke up, so and I can't even afford coffee anymore. I don't have any cream. I have the coffee, but I can't afford creamer. I don't even get to make coffee anymore. And also, I also ran out of vitamin E, and I can't afford to get more vitamin E right now. So I'm not firing on all my cylinders. You know, when you have, everything costs money. If you want vitamin E and you want creamer for your coffee, you got to pay money. I don't have it, dude. I just don't have the money. I was gonna say, I almost was gonna say something about the party. Yeah, I'm really happy about this. I'm really looking forward to doing parties this summer, if there are any. Jack knows about me wanting to play, and I've told some people that I will tell them. Some of my friends, I'll tell them. If I have some friends that I exchange numbers with that are fans and stuff, and so I do have some friends. I just don't hang out with them all the time and stuff. You know what I mean? But I've got a few. That I made as the fans came forward and become my friends. Some of them don't stay that way, but some of them have. You know, and I'm excited about playing parties this summer. I would like to do that. Jack and John and Jake. It's Jake, Jack, Jake, and John. If they have any parties, and there's a few people I think yank my chain about parties. Like they don't really have parties to play. They're just texting me like they do, and they're just yanking my chain to try to just have some fun with me or something. I don't think they really mean it. I mean, I don't think they really have parties to offer me, because, you know, I've said before, they've said before that there's a party coming and they never show up at my door. So it could be just people yanking my chain. I thought I was going to say one more thing, though. Parties, set list. Man, I just left my mind really quickly, that thought I had. What was it again? I don't have to do jury duty. I did my jury duty by going to that one meeting that covered it for this year. So I'm free to do anything. I'm free to do parties and all that. I'm glad. I don't want my summer taken up with that, you know, why I couldn't do parties. I thought there was something else I wanted to say. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing videos. I think next I want to do a jam. I haven't done that in a little bit. And I could conceivably redo the Van Halen trilogy and try to tune up better this time, but I don't want to get in the habit of that. I don't want to get in the habit of I have to redo my trilogies. They come out the way they come out, you know. I didn't mean to have to two out of tune strings, but nothing's perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be perfect even if I do it 10 times. So I think I'll just leave it that way. But I think I did good given that scenario. I didn't fold. I didn't just crumble under the pressure of having a guitar that was way out of tune. I just kind of went with it, tuned it up as I went. And by the time I ended, I think I basically was back in tune, not too far off from it. But in the meantime, I had to hear all these discordant sounds as I was just playing because my guitar just slipped in and out of tune. Anything else? If I didn't think of it, I'll just end the video, but let me just think if I have anything else to say. I thought I was going to say something about Shirtless Guy or something. Yeah, and Shirtless Guy isn't Shirtless Guy is a cool thing too, because Shirtless Guy he's got a naivete to him. He loves everyone, you know. He believes in what he does. He plays from his heart, and he believes in peace, love, and rock and roll, you know. And he's not Mad Rater Jr. He's not just dressed up in a suit like the Mad Rater would do if he were, you know. I hate that. It's disgusting to me. Matter has to dress up in suits to get all his money that he gets. He gets all this money, but he has all the bills too. So it all goes back to the system. But he has to get dressed up in suits and outdo the other guy in a talk at a business meeting, and fuck that. That's his life, not mine. You know, if I wanted to do that, that's what I would be doing. I don't want that lifestyle. I don't want to have to dress up in suits. I hated even having to wear long pants and a long sleeve shirt for jury duty that one day. I did not like to do that. I didn't like doing that. A fan even saw me walking like that and thought something's up. So he gave me a ride home for most of the way home. I appreciate that. Thank you. He thought something's up when Jimmy's wearing pants. You know, he had a long sleeve shirt on, and he thought I must be in duress. So he gave me a ride home, and I appreciate that. I didn't have to walk all the way home from jury duty. That's why I got home after only 12 hours of being out instead of 14. I would have had to walk another 2 hours if he hadn't given me a ride home for a lot of that, and I appreciate that. Thank you. So, anyway, I love you guys, my fans. You guys are my closest thing I have to family. Please believe that, because it's true and I'm saying it. And I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.